Liam Payne's girlfriend, Kate Cassidy, breaks her silence once again on live TV. We got to talk about it, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian. I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. So grab a snack, grab a drink, hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world. Best friend, we got to talk about Kate Cassidy because she went on, I think it's called the Lorraine show. It's a show in the UK, and they were doing this wonderful fundraiser for mental health. I believe it's called March for March. I'm gonna read you guys about all of the what it's for and what she was actually supporting. So I'll do that in a second. But Kate Cassidy did go and do a live interview where she did have a breakdown. She did cry, and she spoke very lovely about Liam Payne. And you know, I have to tell you, as much as I know a lot of people dislike her, I really see honesty in her eyes when she talks about Liam Payne. I really truly do. But anyways, she went on the Lorraine show because they're doing this wonderful raising awareness for mental health. So check this out. So it says here, in her first TV interview since a tragic death last year, Liam Payne's girlfriend Kate Cassidy reveals why she felt compelled to join our March for March campaign in his honor. Liam, of course, spoke many times about his own mental health battles in the hope of helping others. Alongside our campaign, she opens up about navigating her grief and how it feels to share his loss with millions. And she did just that. She did open up, she spoke out, she basically said, you know, everything we already kind of went through, but she was actually very, open about a lot of things, and it didn't feel like she was holding anything back or she was being, clickbaity or anything like that. But anyways, March for March, let's talk about this. So March for March is a brand new mental health campaign launching on Lorraine throughout March to support the 1 in 4 Brits who suffer with low mood. Throughout March, Lorraine will be asking viewers to join the March for March campaign and get Britain moving. Goal is to reach at least 3 million steps, which will see metaphorically walk the entire length of the UK collectively. How do I pledge? But in here, you are committed to doing 10,000 extra steps for every week of March. So it's basically going out and moving for a better mental health, which honestly, yes. It says here, we've all heard the magic number of 10,000 steps a day, but this figure is actually based on a marketing campaign launch by a step counter company during the 1964 Olympics in Japan. The number was picked because a Japanese character for 10,000 looks like a person walking. So what's the right amount of steps? Research has found as few as 2,337 steps a day started to lessen the risk of dying from heart and circulatory diseases, while at least 3,867 steps reduced the risk of dying from any cause. Above this amount, the researchers found that every extra 1,000 steps a day was linked with a 15% reduction in the risk of dying for people aged 60 and over. Wow, that's amazing. Although this amount, the researchers have found every extra 10,000 steps was linked with a 15% reduction in risk of dying for people over the age of 60 and over. The NHS recommends doing 150 minutes of moderate intensity per week. It says here that they say the best way to achieve this is several short sessions across the week, and just 10 minutes of walking has health benefits. All right, well, listen, I do know that when I go out on my hikes, I feel a lot better. Clarity, mental health, everything. So Kate Cassidy, she basically spoke out and said that the one thing that really kind of drew her to do this was the number 4. Of course, you guys know it's her and Liam's angel numbers, and she felt very connected to it because of that. I think that it's so important for people to understand that, you know, Kate Cassidy, as much as I understand we all have different opinions about her, I think she's trying the best she can. And you know what, one thing I actually really appreciate about her is that she's being real about the grieving part, because we've all grieved at some point. And it is true what she said. You know, she said things like she can't get out of bed sometimes, that her dog and, you know, her and Liam's dog that they shared is kind of what's, you know, getting her up in the mornings to be more productive. that she obviously has really, really bad days, that she is, just going through the motion, that it's very difficult for her to speak about Liam Payne in past tense. So she refers to him a lot in present tense. So there's a lot of things that she says that I just found to be so interesting. For example, she says that she wants to forever, keep Liam's, memory alive, and all of the amazing charitable work that he did when he was alive. And that's the one thing that I always tell you, is that I really, really, really want people to remember Liam, not for what happened at that hotel, but for his charitable heart, for all of the wonderful late nights that he would stay up donating for the GoFundMes, and just for his beautiful, gracious, heart that he had. I will also say that, with Kate Cassidy, I do think that she's going to start doing a lot more. She's also already, like, moving her TikTok some more. She has to make money somehow, so I'm not hating on that. I think she's gonna do good, and I think she's gonna make Liam proud. The interviewer Lorraine, she mentioned that they were together for 2 years, quite a lot. And I've seen some comments on other socials saying that, it was sort of like you really weren't together for that long, so like you should be okay, like you're not going to grieve for too long. That's not like that, girl. If you have a whole life planned, and if you believe that that is the love of your life, doesn't matter if you met for a year, 6 months, whatever, it's gonna hurt you, and it's gonna hurt you forever, right? Now, one thing I did find interesting is that they did turn off the comments, which I found to be very interesting, because that means that they were probably receiving a lot of hate comments about Kate Cassidy. Kate Cassidy, she's very supported by a lot of the Liam One Direction fans, but there's also a lot of people who don't like her, and a lot of people blame her, and a lot of people, just have this really, really just negative approach when it comes to Kate Cassidy. And I'll admit it, in the beginning, I was in shock over Liam's passing, and of course that you choose someone to blame, and I absolutely said she was shady and all these things, absolutely. And do I wish I could go back and say other things? Of course I do. Like, I think it's important to realize that we're only human, and we all do make mistakes, and even though part of me says that, oh, like, had she stayed, this goes through your mind, but like, that's so not relevant anymore, and I think that we should just move on. And now we're going to see just how she is going to maintain Liam's memory alive. And I think that's the most beautiful thing that she and anyone can do when you lose someone. So I'm very proud of her for that, actually. I really have to say. And we'll see what happens. I feel like she's going to probably start doing some more interviews and start doing some more public appearances. And she's probably going to go into some charities and work in, Liam's charity, and just kind of keep his memory alive. And if that's the case, she has my support on that, because that is what I personally would love Liam to be remembered for, which is his charitable heart, and not what happened at that hotel, so, or his addictions, or any of that. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. I appreciate you more than you know. And I'm very proud of Kate for having the strength to go on TV, to confront all of the hate that she knows she's going to get, and to keep Liam's memory alive in the best way possible. So what do you all think? I'd love to hear from you all in the comments, and don't forget to hit that follow, and I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye. Oh, I forgot that. Beat it. Babidi.